the D team, and today we will present our integrating project. First of all, I have to introduce my colleagues, starting with Jessica Montserrat, Blanca Mariela, Carlos Daniel, Jonathan Fidel, and me, Alfredo Jaciel. We start with a brief introduction to our project. Over the time, the resulting companies have been quantifiable in their productivity and effectiveness. However, not all the management is based on that. The economic growth and the social inclusion depend on the working age people capacity to stay tuned to the labor market, as well as their development and contribution using their ability to keep the productivity levels high. There are other determining factors for maintaining or raising the quality of managerial and operational management, factors that are directly or indirectly related to human talent, which have generated signs of the motivation, fatigue, stress, and musculoskeletal disease or disorders. In the methodology part of this investigation required the process evaluation using the systematic observations and open dialogues with the employees. This permits to see the type of the operations performed by worker and the description of this task to detect the elements in job. The observations are a rigorous process that allow us to see directly the study object so it can be described and analyzed in real situations. With this purpose, recording have been made to the worker to evaluate the production ergonomic conditions.
Well, general company information, name of enterprise, Pailería y Soldadura SASB, address 39 de Diciembre Street, Ricardo Covarrubias, Guadalupe, Nuevo León, México. Line of business, welding and soldering industrial service on request and project. Managed company origins, Pailería y Soldadura is a Mexican enterprise founded in June 28, 1990. They cover the national and international market needs. We count with the necessary equipment and two stable people to develop the different types of projects that cover our industry. Number of employees, the plant 2 has 15 workers, service and products, general welding, manufacturing, assembly of industrial building, manufacturing and installation of machinery, and among others. Next, please. Mission, to be a quality service to the steel industry and always keep the total satisfaction of our clients, supporting with responsibility, positive attitude, and honesty. Vision, come with the best machinery, installation, and equipment in addition to the experimented personnel that can support the firm, the facility, the production quality, and develop continuous improvement system to be more competitive. Next, please. Firm projects, tooth extractor with water treatment tank installation project, support tower, and among others. Next, please. Next. Client portfolio, Panel Rey, Yesera Monterrey, Aceros Monterrey, Quality Weather, etc. Next, please. Here we can see the dimension of the plants 2, which are 2025 square meters. Next. Operation flow diagram. Here we can see the operation diagram and which of the processes are carried out. Next. On this other slide, here we can see how the plant is distributed, where each of the curing, welding, and assembly tool is located. Next.
Good afternoon. Now I will explain the environment factors such as noise, temperature, and lighting. Uh, Illumination, the lighting was measured with the application called lux mirror lux units. The measurement we're talking in the three zones that, that are inside the company in this the measurement that we're obtained. Next, please. According to the table, the minimum amount of the light for the area of the facility of determined in the is made according to norm. I will have a minimum at care lighting of the 3 lux, 100 lux. 3-4 can affirm that the plant has the good lighting levels, which will not amplify any improvement. Next, according to the data obtained with the LuxMeter application to the measure of lighting level within the work area that were divided by zones. Whereas, whereas shown a specific point where the lighting was measured to make the analysis more complex. Next, please. The temperature was taken with an environment clock, thermometer, centigrade units, maximum possible limits of the exposure to thermal conditions according to the norm. Next, please. During this period of time, the temperature will be 25.4 and 26.6 centigrade, and the work performance be the personal I consider moderate size signs. The condition which they work are are not say drastic. Given the temperature of time that compared to the start of the norm, if the percentage of the exposure time is 100%, so what so it will not affect to working to be under temperature condition. Next, next. Comparing the desert produces in the plant with the work performance with the standard established be known, we can say that in the park can work a continuous hours with a exposure level of the 90, 19 decibels. Um, However, there are times when employer work with some tools that makes noise higher than 90 decibels. So it beats the to use hair plugs when using to toll. It will reduce the noise level with 25 decibels so that it can be a good level for the hearing of the workers. Uh, these projects were cured Home Depot, which have a cost 65 pesos, with a container of 3 pairs of reusables safety hair plugs. Has there are only 15 employers in Plant 2, with only be necessary to buy 5 sets of boxes, with which will generate a total cost the 325 pesos, taking into account the hair plug are reusable. Next.
Well, now I'm going to talk about the diseases that may arise in this case. Well, different studies have shown that welders have a higher risk of lung, lung cancer and possibility of laryngitis and urinary tract cancer. These results are not surprising considering the large amounts of toxic substances in welding fumes, including cancer-causing agents such as cadmium, nickel, beryllium, chromium, and arsenic. Welders can also experience a variety of chronic respiratory problems, including bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, emphysema, and pneumoconiosis. Other health problems that are apparently related to the welding include heart diseases, skin diseases, hearing loss, chronic gastritis, gastroenteritis, and stomach and small intestine ulcers. Next, please. Well, there are different types of diseases, and that's why we wanted to separate them by causes. The first cause is the heat. The sparks and the intense heat in the welding moments can cause burn to the workers. The second one is the visible light, ultraviolet and infrared radiation. This intense light associated with the arc weld can be the cause of retina damages. The infrared radiation can hurt the cornea and it can result in cataract formations. The third one cause is the noise, and the exposure to loud noise can permanently damage the welder's hearing. And the last cause is the musculoskeletal injuries, and the welders have a high incidence in musculoskeletal complaints, including back lesions, shoulder pains, tendinitis, muscle strength reduction, carpal tunnel syndrome, and Raynaud syndrome. This is by the position that the workers work. Next, please.
Hello, my name is Blanca. I am going to talk about the ergonomic evaluation. Play video, please. We decided to do two, one before and the combination, the after with QC, with unusual rally and helping anything. And how we decided to evaluate the posture of the photo worker. We decided that and the position is a 2. Next, please. For the position of the arms is a 2, and for the position of the legs is 5. Next, please. We say that it carries a weight and less than in the kilograms. And before it is one and really locating, and the points in the table is 3. This, this means that, next please. Uh, this means that posterior with dancing effects on the measurements and system and corrective action in are required as soon as possible. Next, please. The most viable recommended is the ergonomic chair to the worked time and the make the evaluation of the change goal and the present. Next, please. We consider the position of the back is a true. The position of the arms is the one. On the position of the legs is also and one. Next, please. As it also is weight less than 10 kilograms and is a one and the evaluation on the table gives us and the result and the two. A two. Next, please. This means posture with the possibly causing dancing on the muscular system and corrective actions are required in the near future. Next, please. Then we decided to make three proposals for improvement. The first in deployment the ergonomic chairs to reduce the work as the wet shower and in the evaluation. The second is use the tables for wending and with the worked stove squatting. And finally, the third proposal and the complete change and the company is the work footage where the welding is not used unless it uses as a little as possible well decided to an environment implemented from the assembly that is with causing cause and joining parts and under pressure. Next, please. In the conclusion, we can say like an implemented test and assessment because this way can realize as we have done so much work and as we can improvement it, we hope we implement it the future and correctly. Thank you.